got into this field through a trauma-informed lens before that phrase trauma-informed was even cool.
My passion is to help you flourish, to achieve success as you define it.
Trauma comes from the Greek word meaning wound.
Healing the wounds that keep us stuck typically require that we identify what those wounds are. Because let's face it, folks, we all have them.
And to experience the growth, the success that we want in this life, we need to recognize the wounds that are keeping us stuck.
It has always been very natural to me, from when I was a child, to talk with singular we pronouns.
When we got diagnosed in 2004, it was like our world suddenly made sense to us.
There can be this tendency to go towards, oh, now that everybody thinks they have a disorder, it's a fad. Doc Martens were a fad. I don't think any discussion of a disorder should have this, or mental health concern should have this language of fad on it. Could it just be that we're getting better at identifying it?
We've said in our teaching, we would rather see things be overdiagnosed and then discussed than underdiagnosed and missed.
We're talking about a wounded brain, specifically wounding to the limbic brain.
Whether in person or online, it is my great pleasure to help people, systems, and organizations look within and determine what comes next for them.
This sense of don't let your clients dissociate. Well, you're not that powerful, first of all. I hate to break it to you. It is a normal, ordinary part of the human experience that I'm sad to say has been pathologized in a lot of not just the mental health field, but even in a lot of trauma treatment circles.
And stigma is just a nice word for discrimination, as I've come to learn. We have no hope or no prayer of ending stigma in larger society until we end it in our field.
In EMDR therapy, this first exercise we teach people, the Calm Safe Place exercise, it is fundamentally a dissociative exercise. These wounds come in all shapes and forms. They can show up in our work life, our relationships. They can block our creativity and expression.
Healing these wounds typically requires that we take some action, that we get into movement.
So I really have found whenever we have this tendency to say ready, can we learn to replace that with prepared? Like, are you prepared? Because it denotes there's action you could take.
I think it was best conceptualized by the great scholar Sandra Bullock in 28 Days, if you've ever seen the movie. Because
Releasing the shame and stigma, healing the wounds that keep us stuck, clearing the way for growth, success as you define it.
And final pose.